Hey, fatty, this is how you break a 72-hour snake juice water fast. Eating a low-fat diet. This was always the problem. As soon as you started talking about fasting, everybody's doing keto. High-fat, low-carb carnivore. Dumbass shit. This is what's tanking your metabolism. Is the long duration of cutting the carbs and having all that fat in the diet. I don't care if you're doing a 5-minute fast, a 12-hour fast, 24-hour fast, 36, 48, 72, 7 days. You break that damn fast with the proper diet, which is a low-fat diet, lean meat, whole food carbohydrates, fruit, starch, low fat. That's what's going to keep your metabolism hot, even at a metabolic slowdown from a long fast. That's what revs it back up. Low-fat diet, lean meat, whole food carbohydrates, no added fat, no added refined sugar. This is the biggest problem. I know from experience. See, I've done long fasts and jumped on a high-fat, low-carb diet, and that tanked my metabolism. Tanked. Muscle loss. I couldn't recover. You need the carbs. And not the fat. The fat slows down your metabolism. This is the biggest diet mistake advice that has been given by anybody, including myself, to break a fast with a high-fat diet. Fat slows down your metabolism. I have 100% confidence in that low-fat diet, not having to worry about people screwing their bodies up coming off the 48 or 72-hour fast. I always had confidence in people busting out a 48, 72-hour fast, or if they're really fat, even 5, 6, 7 days. The problem was going into a long-duration situation on a high-fat, low-carb diet. Dog shit. Tank your thyroid. That's what screws you up royally. Gives you terrible blood markers, lose muscle, no energy. Your body is stressed. That always went in conjunction all the time. Oh, if we're fasting, it's like keto and fasting, high fat and fasting. Nope. Low fat diet, baby. That's the diet. There's fasting and there's the diet. And now you got to decide, is fasting fit for you? If you're somebody that wants to build a crazy amount of muscle as you're losing weight and you're not morbid, then you wouldn't even have to fast at all. That's the thing. You don't even have to fast on that low-fat diet. You're going to get in shape and lean no matter what. But, snake juice fasting dumps pounds off people like crazy, especially if they're morbid. They're in some sort of a state of distress because they're holding so much water, lymphedema, edema, whatever the health issue may be. That's your choice. Usually the most desperate people are going to be the ones that do a long fast anyway. Okay, your body will tell you. You don't have to fast at all. That's the beauty. You actually can lose weight on the low-fat diet and get lean without having to fast. You ever notice how all these high-fat, low-carb dieters are grinding out these fasts? Because they're in Stall City because their diet sucks. This is the issue right here. This is where I made a mistake years ago when I was actually doing a low-fat diet before I even started this YouTube channel, when I was fasting for a few months before making my first video, and then it turned into keto all the time. Keto with the fasting. Because you see the ketones, let's keep the ketones going. It's stupid shit. We should have never been manipulating our bodies into a state of ketosis with diet. Ever. That'd be like the 1 in a million. Somebody with epilepsy, maybe, for therapy, and that's it. And that'd be a crazy low-protein, high-fat diet. There's no electrolyte issues when you're eating the low-fat diet. Okay, obviously the fasts get longer because that's not normal behavior to be busting out long fasts, but it's also not normal to be morbidly obese either. You would need the snake juice salts. Sodium chloride, potassium chloride at minimum. Snake juice. And then you're just always doing the low-fat diet. It doesn't matter what you're going to do for fasting. You don't need to fast. You might be doing some long fasts. It's always the low-fat diet is how you break the fast. That's your diet confidence. The diet confidence comes from eating that low-fat diet. Lean meat, whole food carbohydrates, no added fat, no added refined sugar. There's the fasting and there's the diet. The diet is a low-fat diet. Lean meat, whole food carbohydrates, starch, fruit, vegetables, no added fat, no added refined sugar. No matter if you're not fasting at all, you're doing some fasting because maybe you're morbidly obese, you're pushing a little bit of willpower because the fasting takes a bit of willpower. The fatter you are, the easier the fasting is, obviously. Or you're doing some light fasting, maybe some simple intermittent fasting. Maybe you're just pushing a fast each day to maybe 1 p.m., 4 p.m., maybe one day at breakfast, whatever. The diet is always the same. It's a low-fat diet. Lean meat, whole food carbohydrates, no added fat, no added refined sugar, maximum nutrition density per calorie. Fat has no nutrition per calorie. Refined sugar, no nutrition per calorie. Body is not happy. Especially when you're using that kind of shit to come off a fast. Until next time, it's time to get ripped, you fat pegs.